What's up, world? Another Money Moves is here. So let's go ahead and see where the money has been flowing in the world of technology. Realta Fusion taps $36 million in fresh funds for its fusion in a bottle reactor. Some fusion companies might be hitting a rough patch, but Realta Fusion is bucking the trend with a new fundraising round, and it says will allow it to finalize the design of its Anvil prototype reactor. Realta raised $36 million in a round led by Future Ventures with participation from other investors including Avelia VC, GS Backers, Khosla Ventures, Mayfield, SiteGround, Titletown Tech, and the Wisconsin Alumni Research Foundation. Fusion has long been proposed as a clean energy source, but so far only one experiment has been able to hit a major milestone known as scientific break-even, which describes how much energy fusion reactions are expected to release. That result was still far below what scientists expect a commercial fusion power plant to require. The startup hopes to build power plants cheaply enough to supply power at $100 per megawatt hour, initially with an eye towards lowering that to $40 per megawatt hour as it refines its technology. The most efficient natural gas power plants cost around $45 to $105 per megawatt hour to build and run, according to Lazar. Ultimately, Realta and the rest of the fusion industry need to muscle through the coming years to bring their plans to fruition, and if all goes well, prove that fusion power is viable. InformXR acquires InformXR, unveiling integrated XR analytics to empower enterprise learning. XR MDM solutions provider InformXR recently announced the strategic acquisition of InformXR, an XR learning analytics platform. This is part of an ongoing effort to debut InformXR Insights, an in-house XR analytics suite ready for the firm's existing user base. The move sees InformXR's founder Dan Pukendo, along with the firm's engineering and data science team, to join InformXR and bring the Insights solution to life. InformXR Insights aims to allow managers to view learner performance data from XR training programs and deeper real-time hardware data, such as who is using a headset. It also enables integration with business intelligence tools, a collection of over 500 learning management systems ready for quick installation and deployment into workflows for use cases such as classrooms, remote field locations, and secure government settings. This strategic acquisition follows InformXR's recent announcement of securing $12 million in new funding, bringing the firm's total capital raised to over $25 million. Quantum Company secures record-breaking $110 million investment. Quantum software developer Classiq has secured $110 million in Series C funding, marking the largest single investment round in the quantum computing sector to date. Led by Entree Capital, the funding round attracted an impressive roster of strategic investors, including Norwest, Night Dragon, HSBC, Samsung Next, Qubit, and several returning investors. The Israel-based company said it plans to leverage this substantial investment to expand its global market presence, strengthen customer success initiatives, accelerate R&D efforts, and scale its international operations. According to the Classiq, its platform offers a unique scalable quantum program architecture and hardware-agnostic deployment capabilities. The system integrates with those of other providers, including AWS, Microsoft, and Google Cloud. It also offers automated algorithm development and accelerated onboarding to help users build production-ready quantum programs rapidly. And more Money Moves news. $25 billion valued Chime files for an IPO and reveals $33 million deal with Dallas Mavericks. At long last, digital consumer bank Chime has moved forward with its IPO by filing its S-1 paperwork last week. It is not known how many shares insiders plan to sell as part of the IPO, and the list of major backers include billionaire Yuri Milner's DST Global, Michael Stark's Crosslink Capital, billionaire Len Blavatnik's Access Industries, as well as VC firms General Atlantic, Menlo Ventures, Cathay Innovation, and Iconic. Chime raised $2.65 billion total as part of a private company, including its latest raise in 2021 that valued it at $25 billion. Chime offered one detail that suggests the company believes it will be a huge IPO IPO. Chime enlisted an army of big-name investment bankers, including Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan. Chime offers consumer checking, savings, debit, and credit cards, and claims 8.6 million active users. InventWood is about to mass-produce wood that's stronger than steel. InventWood has raised $15 million in the first close of a Series A round. The round was led by Grantham Foundation with participation from Barrick Future Ventures, Builders Vision, and Mewis Climate Partners. InventWood's superwood product starts with regular timber, which is mostly composed of two compounds, cellulose and lignin. The goal is to strengthen the cellulose already present in the wood, and the cellulose nanocrystal is actually stronger than a carbon fiber. The company treats it with food industry chemicals to modify the molecular structure of the wood and then compresses the result to increase the hydrogen bonds between cellulose molecules. The result is a material that has 50% more tensile strength than steel, with a strength to weight ratio that's 10 times better. It's also Class A fire rated and highly resistant to flame and resistant to rot and pest. Ultimately, InventWood is planning to use wood chips to create structural beams of any dimension that won't need finishing. AI startup Cohere acquires AutoGrid, a platform conducting market research. AI startup Cohere has acquired AutoGrid, a Vancouver-based platform that develops enterprise tools for automating certain kinds of high-level market research. Cohere's purchase of AutoGrid comes as the former experiences a bit of corporate turbulence. Cohere fell well short of revenue projections the company prepared in early 2023, missing its targets for last year by 85%. The company stated that its annualized revenue recently reached $100 million following a strategic shift with a focus on private AI deployments for customers in sectors like healthcare, government, and finance. AutoGrid offers a native table interface with AI-powered document analysis capabilities. Customers can use it to extract data from a website and save it directly to a spreadsheet or automatically enrich sales lead lists. AutoGrid managed to raise $2 million in venture capital from investors, including GV, Google Ventures, Untapped Capital, Replit CEO Amjad Masad, Vercel CEO Guillermo Roch, Cohere co-founders Ivan Zhang and Aiden Gomez, and other priors to the exit. Moving to our next Money Moves news, the nuclear company raises $51 million to develop massive reactor sites. The nuclear company is taking an old approach to building new nuclear reactors. Rather than gin up a new design or try to mass manufacture small reactors, it wants to develop a series of reactors using existing designs. The 2-year-old startup announced a Series A last month, led by Eclipse with participation from CIV, Goldcrest Capital, MCJ Collective, True Ventures, and Wonder Ventures, though it did not disclose the amount raised. The startup is prioritizing sites that already have permits or licenses to operate. Fewer than a dozen sites fall under that rubric, according to the filings for combined operating licenses and early site permits at the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The funding round arrives as tech companies and utilities are struggling to secure power for data centers. Demand for electricity in the U.S. is expected to surge nearly 16% by 2029. As of now, nuclear power is facing headwinds, both expected and unexpected. The House Ways and Means Committee published its draft of a reconciliation bill that would kill subsidies for nuclear power that were granted under the Inflation Reduction Act. Hedra, the app used to make Talking Baby podcasts, raised $32 million from A16Z. People are using AI video generation tools to contribute to an unexpected new viral trend, podcasts featuring AI-generated talking babies. And one of those companies helping artists do this is Hedra. The startup launched in 2023 and offers a web-based video generation and editing suite powered by its Character 3 model, which lets users make videos with an AI-generated character as the focus, as well as transfer styles across images and audio. Last week, the company said it has raised $32 million in a Series A funding round led by Andreessen Horowitz Infrastructure Fund. Its previous investors are participating in the round, and A16Z's Matt Borstein will join the startup's board. Hedra launched its first video model in June 2024 and quickly attracted investor interest, securing $10 million in seed funding from Index Ventures Ventures, Abstract Ventures, and A16Z Speedrun. The startup wants to use the fresh cash to train its next model, which it says enables better customization as well as develop technology to let its AI-generated characters interact with users. The company is now focusing on attracting creators and prosumers and said it has received inbound interest from marketing departments of enterprises as well. Harvey is reportedly in discussions to raise $250 million at a $5 billion valuation. Legal tech startup Harvey is in discussions to raise more than $250 million in a funding round led by Kleiner Perkins and Co2 that will value it at $5 billion. Sequoia Capital, which led the startup's $300 million Series D just 3 months ago, is also expected to invest in this new round. Harvey has enjoyed fast growth as lawyers and legal firms around the world find ways to use generative AI tech to simplify research and documentation and to quickly examine their data. The company recorded annualized run rate revenue of $75 million in April. The news comes just a couple of days after Harvey said it would start using AI models from Anthropic and Google, adding to the models it uses from its backer, OpenAI. InsurTech Bestow lands $120 million Series D from Goldman Sachs and Smith Point Capital. The Dallas-based company is announcing that it has raised $120 million in Series D funding to launch new products and underwriting capabilities. The fundraise, which O'Banion described as oversubscribed, was a mix of $75 million in primary and $45 million in secondary investments. Goldman Sachs Alternatives Growth Equity and ex-Salesforce co-CEO Keith Blocksmith Point Capital co-led the investment. In addition to the equity financing, Bestow also secured a $50 million credit facility from Triple Point Capital. Ashwin Gupta, a Goldman Sachs Alternatives Growth Equity team partner, stated that he was attracted to backing Bestow for several reasons. For one, its founders were repeat founders who had successfully pivoted the business, and Gupta also thinks its SaaS model gives it an edge over more legacy competitors. Bestow's customers include Nationwide, Transamerica, USAA, Samsung's Financial Group, and Equitable, among others. Other backers include Briar Capital, Valor Ventures, New Enterprise Associates, Core Innovation Ventures, Morpheus Ventures, and Samsung's Financial.